This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Are you ready to retrofit yourself to the max? Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Front Mission 4. In the last episode, the Darril and the crew were able to save most of the, well, not all the civilians, but a lot of civilians as well as, people on Madeira Island who were jumped by the UCS and they saved some casualties, but they did have to destroy some UCS in the process, which they probably created their own casualties, so... we're not going to think about that. So, anyway, while Elsa and the crew are doing whatever they do, let's see how Darril and the boys are up to. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since we've been here, folks, so... Phew, we're finally back. Say, Thamon, where did you learn how to pilot wanzers like that? No, I'm just a teacher. Which army were you in? He was not in any army. He was with the Volunteer Corps. He was decorated many times for valor in battle and strategic decisions that saved his crew's lives. Inez, stop! I do not want to hear about that past. But why? You should not be ashamed. You fought bravely to defend your country. Please, Inez, just do what I say. I'm going back to school. Young whippersnappers. Anyway, before we messing with our wanzers and everything like that, let's talk to everyone. We're gonna earn a nice piece of equipment today for our efforts of talking to people. See, social skills are important, but let's talk to everyone first. Hey, Rodriguez, I wonder what happened to you. We were separated when we went, but that must have saved us. It looks like everyone made it back. I'm just gonna keep changing their voice because they're not that important to the plot. So, I just heard Calvo. Louis hasn't mentioned it yet, but I'm sure he's heard. Calvo and Louis will have brothers, you know. Yeah, for Calvo dying to save him, the rainbow guy. Okay. He's repeating. Elmo. There's a message for you from the Monster Smith. No, I'm not going to do that. Boys. Monster Smith. He said he received a new shipment of goods and that you should take a look at the Monster Shop and computer shop when you have the time. He also wanted you to avenge Calvo's death with his gear. Metal Gear? No, his gear. Yeah, we'll check the shop does have a lot of nice juicy treats. We'll mess with that in a second, though. If only I had gone with them, there might have been a way to save Calvo. No, well, he kind of just jumped into the fray and got shot without destroying anyone, so no, you probably wouldn't have been able to affect anything, so. Where's Louis? I haven't seen him for the past couple hours. He is inside talking to Diaz. I wanted him to rest before he did, considering what happened to Calvo. I'll go see how he's doing later. You should take a rest, too. Yeah, Louis is going through some stuff right now, so especially as leader. So let's talk to the radio man, see what about that. Because we remember last time we were talking to the boys, he had a message from Elsa for us, but we don't know who that is. Or the boys don't. Man, it's been a while since I sat down with that without worrying if there was a gun bullet in my head. Hey Johnny, you mentioned something about a message. Oh yeah, that's right. There was a satellite transmission addressed to you. From who? I didn't have the time to ask. Sorry, I was in the middle of a firefight. Oh yeah, that was kind of odd. What am I supposed to do with it? When I told them you weren't with us, they told me to give you this access code to secure link. You should be able to talk to them if you use it. Yeah, but I still don't know who I'll be dealing with. Do we ever when we're picking up the phone? It sounded like a young woman, Darril. A woman? All of a sudden his eyes perk up. He's like, She said she wanted to talk to you about your luggage. Do you know what she meant? Well, that sounds vulgar. Luggage? Did she really say that? Yeah, I'm sure. I remember because I thought it was a weird thing to say. A satellite transmission, huh? I wonder who it could be. Maybe it's that girl. You mean the one from Kumana? It could be a trap. They may backtrack us to this village. Oh yeah, that one lady, that Zaftrans lady. Wonder whatever happened to her. Nah, it can't be. She wouldn't know about our luggage. Well, it's the royal luggage. Or I forgot what the joke was from Spaceballs. It's Her Majesty's Royal Luggage. Yeah, that's it. I guess we never mentioned it. I have a feeling about this, and it's not bad. I think we'll give our mystery girl a call. You have a feeling? Did you read the script? Hello, anyone? Come in. Hello, Avon calling? Who is this? Hey, Elsa. Yay! The two groups finally sort of meet. Well, I mean they. Spoilers, they never meet face to face in the game, so, but they get to talk to each other at one point. It worked. Huh. This is Darril. I'm with the UCS Army 332nd Mobile Company. Who am I speaking to? Yeah, it gets all official all of a sudden.
Darril, so you are Darril. Listen, Darril, I need to ask you.
Hold on, lady. Where I come from, it's customary to introduce yourself before you start interrogating people.
Oh, I'm sorry, but...
Hey, you're wasting my time here. If you can't... Wow. I'm surprised Darryl's going all serious on her. You think he would, Maybe it's because with what happened to the one lady, the other Zaftra ladies, he's not taking any chances.
Do you know a smuggler named Chang by any chance?
Chang? That traitor? Is he still alive?
Very much so. He is the one who told me about you.
I'm not getting this at all. What do you want from me?
You tried to take some luggage out of Venezuela on Chang's ship, but you were attacked by Zaftran troops and Chang left you behind, correct?
Wait a second. Those are Zaftrans?
Yes, there is no doubt that Zaftran army is in Venezuela.
Which intelligence service do you work for? Why do you want to know about Zaftrans in Venezuela?
Please listen to me. Thousands of people's lives are at stake.
Thousands of people's lives, huh? You know, I like that French accent of yours. Me too. Me too. ... Yeah, she's like, that's odd. I used to date someone who spoke like you before. She was from the state of Canada. But never mind. State of Canada? Oh, right, because this is a UCS, so most countries turn into states instead of their own nations. So, this thing that may mean thousands of people's lives, are we talking about the possible war between the UCS and the EC? ... If you were from the UCS, you would have already identified yourself and you'd be grilling me for everything I know. That must mean you're on the EC side of the equation. ... Darryl's smarter than he looks. And I can't imagine that a spy wouldn't know how to hide her accent. So you were either with the military or this is some kind of sophisticated prank.
I assure you, Monsieur Darril, this is no prank. Please, you must believe me.
Yeah, don't worry.
Oh.
She's surprised. I may be with the UCS, and although we're on the brink of war with the EC, I don't care who you represent. I don't care who you are. But unless we know each other's names, we don't have a basis for trust. Don't you agree?
I guess so. I am sorry. My name is Elsa. I am with the research organization called the Darril. We are trying to find evidence that Pro-Zaftra is attempting to pit the UCS and EC against each other.
There you go. Nice to meet you, Elsa. So, how can we help you?
Do you happen to have any wanzer parts from the Zaftrans you fought? That would be enough to prove that the Zaftrans are in Venezuela.
Sorry, I'm all out of Zaftran wanzer parts right now. We were too busy trying to avoid getting killed by them, actually.
I see. If only we could obtain some kind of proof.
Can you give me some time? I think there might be a way for us to help you.
Oh, certainly. Go ahead.
Thanks. Darril out. Later, Elsa.
What? Darril, wait.
How can we help them? There's a connection between Diaz and the Zaftran woman, right? You may know something. I guess it's worth a try. Oh yeah, almost forgot about Diaz. I forgot if he actually was with us still or if something happened. But nah, if something happened to him, he would have. It would have been a story-based thing. So he's probably just hiding in a truck or a Wanzer or something like that. I'm just double checking, make sure I talked to everyone. So, oh, I wonder what I should do now. This village isn't such a bad place. Maybe I should stay here until all the fighting ends. Oh yeah, you are just a radio man, right? So. Although you're still military, but I guess depending on how you feel about things. So let's go to the house.
Wait, I'll go with you.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
What are you still doing here? It's nice to see you too. Yeah, it's just kind of like, and how are you, jerk?
How's the governor?
Looks like Louis is having trouble with the governor. Though Diaz doesn't look like the type who keeps secrets for long. Yeah, get the pokers. Come on, Diaz, answer me. I forgot what voice I gave him. I told you I don't know. I don't know why those troops are in Caracas, and I don't know why they're releasing statements to the media in my place. Who are they? ... Answer me. Tell him, Governor. Tell him there's Zaftrans. Dun dun dun. Exclamation point. How did you know? That's the voice I gave him, I think. I have my sources, but then again, there aren't that many armies in the world with that kind of organized planning and advanced hardware. What are the Zaftrans doing in Venezuela? Good question. I think only the governor can answer that. They contacted me first. They told me they'd send troops to help Venezuela gain independence if I paid them. So, they want money? Then why are they taking Caracas?
I don't know. I'm telling you the truth.
All right, we believe you. Now tell us where they set up their base. We saw them in Kumana, which doesn't make sense since they could have landed at Caracas directly if that was their real objective. I have to agree with your thinking, Darril. They must have landed in Kumana because their base of operations was nearby. Right. Tell us where that is, Diaz. No, just let's pull out a map and have them show us. Point the way, my good man. My good governor. Former governor. Or leader. Whatever. Oh, it's labeled on the map, Zaftran base. How come we didn't find it sooner?
Here, it's a secret base the UCS constructed years ago, but is no longer in use. I learned of its existence after I took office.
There. I knew you could do it. I love snarky Darril. That's almost why I like the the UCS campaign a little bit better than the EC, but it really depends on my mood, how I feel about both campaigns. I like both, but,
we must destroy this base.
Why? If they're Zaftrans, as Diaz and Darril say, they're not the kind of troops your Alianza could ever hope to defeat. You've never dealt with guerrillas or fighting for your own country or in your own country. You'd be surprised how often a foreign nation doesn't know how to do that well, especially modern days anyway.
They are a threat to us as long as they are helping the state army. If we can take them out, it may turn the tides in our favor.
I know it's not my place to question your judgment, but it's in my interest to make sure you and La Alianza survive to win this conflict.
I know, but
these Zaftran killed our people in Caracas. How can we not fight back against them?
Maria, please, you must try to understand how we feel. We are tired of people from other countries doing as they please on our soil.
Yeah, you and a lot of other countries, pal. ... Hey, don't just automatically assume that you lose. We'd be backing you up, Darril?
Huh. You'll come with us? But why?
Oh, don't be such a stranger, Louis. We fought together in Caracas, didn't we? Well, yeah, fighting makes strange bedfellows. I didn't think you were the type to take up a cause. And I thought you were smarter, too. Such harsh words from such lovely lips. ... All right, you win. Just promise me you'll retreat till the odds start turning against you, okay? Not with what we're building.
We promise. I am also thinking of asking Professor Thamon to come with us. He's worth more than 10 wanzers on the field.
I guess that's true.
Though I must admit, I do not know if he'll listen. Hey, Darril, what are you getting us into?
Hey, if we manage to take that base, Elsa will owe us one, right? He does like owning the ladies.
What good would that do us?
Relax. Trust me on this one, okay? What are you boys talking about? Oh, hi, Maria. Never mind us. Just boy talk. The sports and all that.
I'll go speak to Professor Thamon about our plan.
Or I think it's Thamon, but I just like Thamon better. But Thamon. Okay. You think he'll agree?
I do not know, but it's worth a try.
All right. Let's call up Elsa.
Darril, I asked you earlier, but why should helping her do us any good?
It's almost like he's whispering like really loudly to him or something like that. Trust me, okay? You'll understand in a few secs. This is Darril. Elsa, come in. Beep, beep, beep.
This is Elsa. Go ahead, Darril.
I have something for you. We know where the Zaftrans set up their base in Venezuela.
Really?
Yeah, we're going to take it out.
What? No, that is too dangerous.
What, you think the Durandal's the only group in the world that can take on the Zaftrans? I beg to differ, my lady. Don't worry, we're taking some trusty allies with us. We'll be fine. And we'll get you that proof you need from that place.
Darril.
But on one condition. I need you to do something for us in return.
What is it?
I'd like to borrow a transport plane from you. Can you arrange that? With the war going on, would they be able to even get a transport plane across the ocean?
A transport?
Yeah, for reasons of our own, we need to take around 3 tons of luggage out of this country.
You cannot procure a UCS transport?
No. As I said, we have our reasons.
Alright, I think I can arrange it.
Great, thanks. Oh, one more thing.
Yes?
On second thought, never mind. Later, Elsa.
A transport?
Yeah, I know we're kind of using Louis, but he was going to go there anyway. Might as well make it worthwhile. Darril making it think like you're not trying to join a cause for your selfish reasons. We know what you're talking about, so I think everyone still has the same dialogue. Recipient may have saved us. Looks like everyone made back. Yeah, just double checking. Like I said, sometimes you miss stuff if you don't check a couple times. Whoops. Okay. Nope. Not yet. Not yet. Close. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there to what I'm trying to achieve. And then we'll do prep work. That might be the whole episode, actually. It might be this story bit and prep work, because the battle up ahead might take a hot minute, despite it not being a very long battle. Please, Professor. Oh, we got the sad music. Something's going on here. No, Louis, I'll not change my mind. Looks like they're already at it. Professor Thamond? Have you come to try and talk me into this too? Please, Teach, keep your voice down. You're scaring the kids. Mind if I take them outside to play? That just sounds... I know Chafer is good-hearted, but that always sounds creepy for some reason. What? Oh, of course. Go ahead. Take them outside and whip them. No. All right, let's go, guys. Okay. I'm starving. No. Hey, Professor. Don't call me that. I don't know. I'd like to be called the Professor. Thamond, please. You help us. You helped us out last time. I went on to save Inez and Louis. Had I a choice, I would have not have fought. ... Louis, I did not want you to use what I taught you to wage war. I only wanted you to learn how to survive in this country. But maybe because of your youth, you chose to take up arms and use my teaching to fight a guerrilla war. ... You're giving yourself too much credit, old man. What? Do you really believe Louis would have started this if you hadn't taught him how to fight? Do you really think the others would have followed him if he couldn't think for himself? ... He still has a lot to learn, right? And it isn't your duty as a teacher to make sure he comes back... Oh, isn't your duty as a teacher to make sure he comes back to learn those things from you? ... Who would have thought a boy like you could teach a lesson, Ranges? I really am getting old. I like the old man when he smiles. So, what do you need me to do? Huh, that didn't take much. So you'll come with us? I'm only doing this for Louis. Don't give yourself too much credit, Darril. Thank you, Professor. Don't call me that anymore, Louis. At least not right now. Or not for now. Well, he's in war mode, so he probably doesn't feel that that's appropriate, so... Hey, Darril, Ranges, you guys should come and play too. Chafer, you need to grow up just a little bit. Nah, we're a little busy. Aw, come on, we're having fun. Come on, Chafer, it's your turn. All right. Hey, don't throw that. Ow! At times like this, I kind of envy Chafer. Yeah, I would too. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'll gather everyone for the briefing. Right, you do that. Hey, Darril, look. Oh, Maria's still here. Huh. ... I wonder what she's thinking about. I wouldn't have thought anything could make her look so sad. What is she thinking about? Find out. Oh, wait, no. Let's talk to everyone again. Let's see. Oh, sorry. We're gonna Calvo, aren't we? I have to thank Louis for making this decision. Something we all wanted to do. Okay. Punch. We'll throw everything we have at that base. Everything except the chicken sink. I was rear guard when we were running away from the governor's manor, and I saw these enemy troops carefully taking a crate out of the manor. What? A crate? From where? From the manor annex. Its underground garage. It looked like they were using it to store weapons. Is that where it was? Damn it. This is like the Maltese Falcon. It's what dreams are made of, kid. There's no way to tell now if that's what we were looking for. Yeah, we're never going to get that, are we? Oh, well. Oops. Louis won't take me with him this time either. Why? Why, Mr. Anderson? Say, I heard the wanzers was back in town. Is that true? Yeah, but he left in a hurry. He said he would try to find more gear for La Alianza. Oh, but he asked me to give you this. What'd he give us? Why'd he ask you? I'm a member of the supply troop. Louis' orders. We get the Vzog 4 Rog. Probably the best Wanzer in the game. Yes. And Oganevs, which are probably the best rods in the game, too. Yes, all our efforts to talking to the Wanzersmith multiple times over the course of the game and not avoiding him and making sure to communicate with, like, the radio man and doing all this other stuff has lent us the best Wanzer of the game. Yes! Haha! Oh, it's glorious. I'll show you what we're going to do with it here in a second. Let's see if Elma has anything else. And Maria? Yes, what do you want? I know you don't like us much, but isn't it time you told us what you're doing here? What is this interest you have in La Alianza? Alright, I'm helping Louis and his people win this conflict so that they will be able to... the ones who gained Venezuela autonomy from the UCS. My job is to see it that the transition goes smoothly without any hassle from the UCS central government. That's impossible. Is it? Louis trusts me and believe me it can be done. What about the central government? There are more than a few members of the government who agree with me. Ultimately, I have to make sure those members and Louis can meet and negotiate peacefully. I thought I had you figured out, but I'm not so sure anymore. Who are you? I could ask you the same question. All I know is that you don't act or think like any other UCS soldiers I've met before. Well, we are a different breed. Sorry to interrupt, Darril, but I need you to pick the Lalianza pilots we'll be taking with us on the next mission. Me? Why me? You're not such a bad leader. I would pick them out myself, but I've been away for all this for so long, I wouldn't trust my own judgment. Why do I not believe that? But you don't have to do it if you don't want to. Just come to talk to me if you want to change your mind. Actually, we do want to change our mind on this. Would you like to choose love? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so for this, basically, what I suggest, now that's up to you how you want to do it. I would suggest putting one gunner in the group and then both your grenadiers and snipers. I think they're the most useful out of all the groups. Because we want a lot of long range and at least someone who can do something decent and shoot like a couple bullets at close range. Because you don't want your melee guy and stuff like that because too much damage and stuff like that. But that's up to you if you want to do it. So let's go ahead for our gunner. Let's put Isabella in just to change up the sausage fest here. We'll keep Rodriguez in. We'll keep Punch in, and we'll swap the screen. Yeah, there's Apollo. He's just another melee guy. Antonio's another machine gunner. You could use him if you want. Just one machine gunner will be fine. Christina's another sniper. We'll swap out for Sancho. The only reason you might want to keep Sancho is because he is your item dude. But I think the way the battle works, I think we'll be fine without having to heal. So Jose's another meleeer, and Leon's another machine gunner you could use, but not that big of a deal. But we'll put Cornello in and swap him out for Gomez. So that'll give us 2 grenadiers and 2 snipers and 1 machine gunner. So, all right, and that's it. I think that's it for everyone. So, okay. So now that we've unlocked all the VZOG 4, let's take a look at it really quick just to show you why it's one of the better wanzers in the game. Yeah, I think this whole episode might be just me doing specs and stuff like that. So, all right, let's take a look at that. So the VZOG 5, it's really the big thing about why it's one of the best wanzers in the game. It's got really good HP. It doesn't cost a whole lot of weight, and it's got a ton of power, which means whoever uses it is gonna. You could use it for a good melee unit for like Darril. I have a different reason to use the body piece for, but it is a really good set of armor. That's why it's one of the best in the game. The arms have really good percentages to hit as well. Get up to 30%. Same thing. Their weight isn't a whole lot. Same with HP. Same with both the arms. And then on the legs, yeah, it actually has reduced weight. It has +1 movement and high evasion. So it is definitely a choice on how you want to set your guys up. You could give like one character a really good mech, or you could piecemeal it, I'm going to piecemeal it is what I'm going to do over the course of the game. So I'm going to show you what's in the shop, but I've actually already done all my spec stuff ahead of time just to kind of cut some time without me spending like 40 minutes talking on the shop. But I'll discuss what the parts are for everyone this time. So we got a few new parts. Now the difference between Darryl's group and Elsa's group is Elsa's group, their equipment draw for this run of shops is based off more accuracy and more bullets and accuracy, and the Darryl's group is the equipment we get draw is more based on high attack power and low accuracy, stuff like that. So it depends on what you want to build them. Yeah, we got different type variations. We got your builds for your missilers, valiants, and stuff like that. I think one of the better head pieces for this is the Tempest. Overall, yeah, you lose a bit of evasion, but a good set of power and weight and HP. Another one that wouldn't be too bad is the Keent G might be a good one as well, but I usually use Tempest for the most part, except for in a few situations. Arm-wise, the best ones here are, I think it's the 150s is the one I usually use. Yeah, the Geents and the Tempest So the Tempest, I would use the Tempest for the low weight on characters that don't have, that basically don't use that arm for accuracy. So that way you can put more weight on other things. But the G is a good arm as well to use, and for some mechs. And then the Type 150 would be the other good one for its hit percentage and stuff like that. Leg wise, we do get some four-legged ones, which if you want to move through territory, but I don't think difficult terrain is too much of an issue in this, so I usually don't get those. The really good legs for this, I would say, are the Keent legs are really good. Actually, I think those are probably the best legs out of all of them. Yeah, I would say the Keent G legs are the best because they've got good evade. They keep their high move, and they're not too much more weighty, and you get a little bit of extra HP out of it. But you could use any others out of all of them. And then for weapons, we get the same, the F-24s and 24 Gray Eyes. Gray Eyes are really great for their accuracy, and then FVs for their damage. Now in this case, I'm actually going to mix it up. Instead of giving everyone Gray Eyes, I'm going to mix it up and give some people, the FV-24 and some the Gray Eye. We also got a new shotgun, the circular shotgun is the new weapon for that. And then we got some new rifles as well. I might hold off on buying a new rifle for Rengas just because, though they do a bit more damage, the accuracy for some of these at low range is pretty low. I might end up getting a Type 502 because it's probably the best in terms of straight accuracy, not damage, but straight accuracy out of the weapons. And the only problem is with Rengas' weapon, he's got really good accuracy even at far range, so he has higher chances to hit as we compare the two rifles here. See, that's why it's a tough decision to go from 88 at max range or at the farthest range to 76, which means he might miss too often. So, and you get less ammo. So, for right now, we're going to keep that gun, but like I said, you could swap it out if you really want to. Then we also got new grenades and rockets. I'm not going to use any of those because I've got the Minotaur arms. They are way better than anything we're going to buy for a while. Actually, I even think till the end of the game, frankly. Trying to think what else we had. Oh yeah, we've got new backpacks. We've got new item backpacks. I'm going to buy a couple of power backpacks, and then I'm going to swap around some of my old equipment. Now for armor type for the upcoming battle, piercing would be a really good one, or fire. Either one would be solid for this one because of what we're going to fight. So that's up to you how you want to do it. I think I'm going to leave it. Although I don't get hit with piercing too often, or fire really. It depends on how the fight goes, which one hits us more. I think I'll leave it on piercing because that's more of a chance to hit. But like I said, fire would also be a very solid build as well. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to discuss before we move on. Yeah, I don't think there's any new items. Oh yeah, I do need to buy some new items, but I'll show that off after I don't technically need them, but okay. Well, let me go ahead and load my save. On this save, I bought everything, equipped it everyone, and I also had Thamon go through the first fight twice because he was a bit low on EP for what I need him to do. So let me go in the wanzers setup again just to show you. Actually, let me go to the shop because I need to buy some items anyway, which I forgot to do for this fight. So I think I want to have. Oh yeah, let me go over their parts setup really quick. So I gave Darril Thamon's old body type. I gave him the VZOG 4 for his shotgun arm, and I gave him a Type 150 for his arm, and the VZOG 4 ROG for Darril, since he's going to be the one coming into combat the most. He'll need the movement, accuracy, evasion, and stuff like that. And then Louis will be my secondary. For his backpack, I think we're going to buy a remove all, just in case. And then Rengas has the Tempest 100 body type. Gave him the 150 arm. The Tempest 100 just lowers armor. Keent G legs, and I kept his rifle as is. But like I said, you could buy a new rifle. Right now, I just like the accuracy. But like I said, I might change that up later. And no backpack that he doesn't need, really. Chafer was a one I had to kind of mess around with a bit more. I was a bit off on my weight. So I gave him a Type 100 body, and I gave him the Husky Mark 4 legs. Not the best legs, but unfortunately with the weight and what I wanted to equip him, I couldn't really do it otherwise. I had to leave his Cicada 2 arm on and the Column 2 100 arm because I needed the weight for his backpack, which is the PR2E, which has the high repair and restore and everything. And I wanted to put a gray eye in his hand. Now, if you wanted to use the Letzen instead, you could. It just has worse accuracy because Schaefer is more of a support gunner, so he needs the accuracy more than the straight power. But if you wanted to use the Quint G legs and the proper arms for him, you could use the Letzen instead if you want. But this is the way I want to go. So, and then Louis, I gave the Tempest 100 body, 150 arm. I gave him the Vzog 4 leg for his arm for his right arm because the shotgun has such crappy accuracy overall. I need to improve the accuracy as best as I can, so that's why I did that. And I gave him the legs for the backpack. I want to also give him a remove all just in case. And then Inez, I made sure to give her the temp body, the Minotaur arm, the Com 200 to keep the weight low, and I gave her the Quint G legs for the movement and everything like that. I also gave her a Turbo 60 backpack, which we'll go ahead and buy some rocket ammo in there, or not rifle, rocket ammo. Let's see, that costs 2, so we'll do that. Or I mean, I kept the 60 backpack on her. Sorry, I didn't buy the new backpack because I didn't think it was necessary. Thamon, I did a lot of customizing with, so I gave him the Vzog 4 body because I wanted him to wield have him wield the Type 150 arm with the FV24 weapon. I wanted him to keep the Minotaur arm so he can help with rocketing. He's got to be kind of a support gunner in terms of helping the other allies if he can't do a rocket or bazooka on that turn. And I gave him the Type 60 backpack as well. You could give him a Type 90. I took Darrill's Type 60 backpack and gave it to him so I could buy the Type 99s for him and Louis. So yeah, Thamon got the most work out of all my mechs here. So, all right. Let's see, Thamon. I'm gonna buy some rockets for you as well. That probably won't come up because he's not supposed to use his rockets every other turn mainly because right now his AP is really poor. That'll change eventually, but it won't be as crazy as Inez because she was built to have high build like that. So, okay, let me pull up my notes because now we actually have to upgrade our characters this time. So, like I said, this whole battle is just going to be me doing prep work for the upcoming fight. So, sorry for those who wanted plot or more plot or combat in this scenario. So, all right. So, oh yeah, I need to go to the computer shop because I need to buy some. Oh yeah, when I did the fight with Thamon, when I did the simulation training a couple times, he did gain a level, just to let you know. And I did get a little bit of money, not much though. It was mainly for the EP so he could actually get stuff for his setup. So, okay, I need to go to the computer shop. Okay, Darril, we need you to buy AP 2 and charge 2 so we can get you up a little bit more. Ringas, if you didn't buy LP1 in the last time we played the group, you should buy it now. Schaefer, we're going to buy LP1 for you because we're going to be setting up our link points for the rest of the game with maybe some minor modifications, but we're going to set everyone up. Louis, you're good right now on buying stuff anyway. Inez, we need skill slots 2 from you, so we'll buy that. And then we'll buy LP2 for you, link points. And then Thamon, we're going to buy LP1 for you. And then AP charge 2. We won't be able to buy it because I'm not going to have the AP, but I do want to get this eventually. So, because right now his AP charge is only at 12. So, and I didn't want to overgrind. You know, I only wanted to grind just enough to what seemed reasonable at the time. So, let's do pilot setup. Alright, Darril, we want you to buy... We want AP, max of AP charge, because we need to get into that combat. And then we want to buy all these skill slots. 7. And then we want to buy Feint, level 3, because he's going to be in main combat a lot, so we want him to be able to... And this one raises your evasion to 200% if it activates. And finally, block damage 50 by 50, because like I said, with him being mainly going into combat now, we're going to need to find ways to reduce his damage. So we want to boot Feint 3, and then we want to swap out, I think I'm going to go and swap out Charge for block, and that'll be good for now. Okay, Rangas, we want you to buy all those elf link points. And then Schaefer, we want you to buy those link points as well. And yeah, I know, folks. I know I have a ton of EP for Schaefer. Like I said, it's just one of those, he just happened to get a lot of EP. I will spend it eventually. Like I said, I'm just trying to be, what's the word? I'm trying to space it out a bit more. But at some point I will splurge because I got a bit lucky with Schaefer where he just got like a ton of EP all of a sudden, you know. And then Louis, I think we're good on you, at least right now. Inez, I'm going to buy those LP plus 2s for her. And then Thamon, I want you to buy all those link points. Like I said, they're not absolutely necessary for this fight, but like I said, I'm getting everything ready to go for future fights, if that makes sense. So, all right, Darril, let's make sure that your links are set up. So Rangas, Schaefer, Inez. Okay, you're good there. Let's remove the 2 link for that. So we want, on defense, we want Schaefer and Rangas to be, oh, I need to change Schaefer's hand for linkage. I guess I forgot to do that a while back. Okay. And let's see, your links are good. Okay, Rangas, we need you to have 2 with Darril and 2 with Louis this time, and 2 with Schaefer. Actually, let me change it a bit. Okay, there we go. Just in terms of order of when they go is what I'm going with that. So, okay, and then defense, I want Inez on 1 and Louis on 1 for defense stuff. Schaefer, let's look at yours, see Darril. Then we want Thamon and Louis at 2. And then defense, Thamon and Louis at 1. And then Louis, we want, let's see, Darril, Schaefer, and Thamon. And then Schaefer, let's see, we'll switch that to 1. And we'll have Thamon does 1 as well. We're just trying to, basically what we're trying to do is we're just trying to cover all our bases when it comes to defense links. You know, if you have that extra EP from like movement or whatever. And I don't know if this is the most efficient way to set up their links, but let's see, on Inez, we want to have 2 with Darril, Rangas, Schaefer. And this is also cover when everyone else moves. And so we're not restricted by, I have to move these characters in this mode every single time I play. Now I can be a bit more lax with how I move characters in battle at this point. Okay. Thamon, Schaefer, and Darril. And then Inez as well. And then Louis and Rangas will be his other. I think we're good on that. Alright, let me double check my notes here. Actually, let me look at my time. Yeah, it took quite a bit to get to this point and everything like that. So, unfortunately, folks, we will not be going to combat today. That would make the episode like an hour 30 or something like that. So, let me see what. Oh yeah, if you need those 2 COM 200 arms and you forgot to, and you've sold them by accident, you can just go to the online shop to do that. And just trying to think what else to really say. I don't think there's any tutorial stuff I need to go over. Because we went over most of the important ones throughout the game. Everything else can be figured out or whatever. Because we had some time, I was trying to think if there was any other reason to hold off on that. So, no, I guess we're good to go. So, yeah, sorry, folks. But in the next episode of Front Mission 4, we'll take on the secret base for Elsa. Will our group and La Alianza be able to work together, suffer minor casualties, and attack the base? Oh, the Zaftrans won't know it him. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.